Most people get this wrong when trying to start a company in Guyana. They think it is just paperwork, a quick registration, and they are done. But here's the truth no one tells you. The real challenge is not forming the company. It is setting it up in a way that actually works legally, financially, and operationally from day one. And if you skip even one step, you can end up stuck in delays, tax issues, or even rejection of your business registration. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to start a company in Guyana in 2026, step by step, in a way that anyone can follow, even if you have zero experience with business registration. We'll go from choosing your company structure, to legal registration, tax setup, bank accounts, permits, and finally, how to actually start operating without getting blocked by bureaucracy. And stay with me, because in a minute, I'll show you the exact mistake most foreign entrepreneurs make in Guyana that causes their entire registration process to get delayed for weeks. Let's get started. The first thing you need to understand is that starting a company in Guyana is actually simpler than many people expect, but only if you follow the correct order. Most people jump straight into registration forms without preparing their structure. That is where everything goes wrong. So let's start with the foundation. Before you register anything, you need to decide what type of company you are building. In Guyana, the most common structure is a private limited liability company. This is the preferred option for both locals and foreigners because it protects your personal assets and gives you credibility with banks and suppliers. Now here's where it gets interesting. If you are a solo founder, you might think a sole proprietorship is easier. And yes, it is easier. But it does not protect you legally. If the business gets into debt or legal issues, you are personally responsible. That's a risk most people don't realize until it's too late. So for most serious entrepreneurs, the private limited company is the safest and most scalable option. Now, once you have chosen your structure, the next step is selecting a company name. And this is where many people fail immediately. You cannot just pick any name and assume it will be accepted. In Guyana, your company name must be unique and approved by the deeds registry. If another company already has a similar name, your application will be rejected or delayed. So here's a smart approach. Before you submit anything, prepare at least 3 name options. For example, if John wants to start a logistics company, he might prepare names like GGG Logistics Ltd, Greenwave Logistics Ltd, and Northbridge Cargo Limited. Now here's the problem most people face. They submit only one name. It gets rejected, and then they lose a week or more just restarting the process. That delay is completely avoidable. Once your name is approved, you move to the company registration stage. In Guyana, company registration is typically done through the deeds registry or the relevant government authority handling business incorporation. You will need to submit your articles of incorporation. This document defines your company structure, directors, shareholders, and business purpose. Let's break that down in simple terms. Your directors are the people who manage the company. Your shareholders are the people who own it. In many small businesses, the same person is both. For example, let's say Alex is starting a digital marketing agency in Georgetown. Alex can be 100% owner, and also the sole director. That is completely legal. But here's where it gets interesting. If you plan to expand or bring investors later, it is smarter to structure ownership carefully from the beginning. Changing ownership later is possible, but it creates extra paperwork and sometimes tax complications. Now, after your incorporation documents are prepared, you submit them along with identification documents, proof of address, and the required government fees. And here's something important most guides don't tell you. Processing time can vary depending on workload. In some cases, it is quick. In others, it can take longer if documents are incomplete or unclear. So clarity in your paperwork matters more than speed. Now let's move to the next critical step. And this is where many people think they are done. But they are not even halfway. You need to register with the tax authority. In Guyana, this is done through the Guyana Revenue Authority. Once your company is registered, you must obtain a tax identification number for your business. Without this, you cannot legally operate, invoice clients, or open certain types of business accounts. Now here's a common mistake. People assume tax registration is automatic after incorporation. It is not. You must actively apply for it. And if you delay this step, your business might exist legally on paper, but you still cannot function properly. So always prioritize tax registration immediately after incorporation. Now let's talk about something that makes or breaks your business operations. The business bank account. Once your company is registered and you have your tax number, you need to open a corporate bank account in Guyana. And this is where things get slightly more strict. Banks will typically ask for your incorporation documents, tax identification, identification of directors, and sometimes a basic business plan or explanation of your activities. Now here's the problem many entrepreneurs face. They rush to open a bank account without properly organizing their documents. That leads to rejection or delays. So before you go to the bank, make sure everything is clean, consistent, and properly aligned. Even small inconsistencies in names or addresses can cause issues. In a minute, I'll show you a simple checklist mindset that makes your approval process much smoother. But first, let's move to another important part of starting a company in Guyana, and that is licensing and permits. Depending on your business type, you may need additional approvals. For example, if you are starting a restaurant, import-export business, construction company, or financial service, you will likely need sector-specific licenses. This is where many businesses underestimate complexity. A common example is someone like Jake starting an import business. Jake registers his company, opens a bank account, and thinks he is ready. But then he realizes he needs import permits and customs registration before he can legally bring goods into the country. That surprise delay can cost both time and money. So always check whether your industry requires special licensing before you start operations. Now, let's talk about something that separates successful entrepreneurs from struggling ones. Operational setup. Because registering a company is not the same as running one. Once your legal setup is complete, you need to think about real operations. That includes your accounting system, invoicing method, record keeping, and compliance habits. Most small businesses fail, not because they are illegal, but because they are disorganized. So here's a simple approach. From day one, treat your company like it is already a medium-sized business. Keep records of income, expenses, contracts, and tax obligations. Now here's where it gets interesting. Many entrepreneurs ignore accounting until year-end. And that is when problems start. Missing records, unclear expenses, and tax confusion can lead to penalties or audits. But if you stay organized from the beginning, compliance becomes effortless. Let's move into another important step that people often overlook. Hiring employees or contractors. If you plan to hire staff in Guyana, you will need to register for Social Security obligations through the National Insurance Scheme. This ensures employees are covered and your company remains compliant. Even if you start small with freelancers, it is important to understand these obligations early. Now, let's step back for a moment and connect everything. Starting a company in Guyana in 2026 is not complicated, but it is a sequence. If you follow the correct order, everything flows smoothly. If you skip steps or rush, you will face delays and frustration. The correct flow is simple. Choose structure, reserve name, register company, obtain tax identification, open bank account, check licensing requirements, and then set up operations. Now let's talk about one of the most overlooked advantages of starting a company in Guyana. The business environment is still developing, which means there are opportunities in logistics, agriculture, energy services, construction, and digital services. Many sectors are growing faster than administrative systems, which creates room for new entrepreneurs. But here's the key insight. Growth opportunity does not replace legal discipline. In fact, fast-growing markets require better structure, not less. Now let's quickly recap the key takeaways so everything is clear. First, choose the right company structure. For most people, that means a private limited company. Second, always prepare multiple name options to avoid rejection delays. Third, complete incorporation through the official registry with correct documentation. Fourth, register for tax identification immediately after incorporation. Fifth, open a properly organized business bank account with complete documentation. Sixth, check if your industry requires additional permits or licenses. Seventh, Set up proper accounting and compliance habits from day one. If you follow this sequence, you can move from idea to operating business without unnecessary delays. And here's the final truth most people miss. Starting a company is not just about registration. It is about building a structure that can survive growth, taxes, compliance, and real-world operations. If you get that foundation right, everything else becomes easier. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to like the video, leave a comment with your business idea, and subscribe for more step-by-step guides like this. Because once you understand how these systems work, you can start businesses anywhere with confidence.